Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another vlog. If you wonder why I'm losing my voice, one, it's first thing in the morning, and two, just, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, on today's vlog, well, the first thing I've got to do on today's vlog is, yes, day has come. Caravan is being moved. I am putting it into storage temporarily so I can get to my garage, and yeah, while I'm waiting for the bits for it. Yeah, so that's my first priority. I've got to go quickly first to go and get bolt for it and a tow bar adapter, because it's got the electrics are slightly different, and so another thing as well. What was the other thing? I'm sure it'll come back to me. Oh, mirrors. Get some mirror things for the car. It was a pain pulling it last time because the mirrors were a bit, well, you couldn't see anything. Anyway, so I shall see you in a little while. Bye for now. Oh, well, okay. So I have picked up my bits and pieces. Let's go back and get this caravan going again. Well, that was a mission. Couldn't get off the driveway, but oh, see you in a minute. So we have arrived, well, we think we've arrived. I'm hoping this is the right place. But check out these bad boys. Woo, look at those. Yeah, so the caravan's going into storage so we can get the house sorted out. I can get in my garage now, which is a wicked. Caravan was alright to pull. It's better now. I've sorted out. Someone put the bolt in the wrong place on the ball hitch, so like the brake was applying. That's why when I first pulled it, it didn't feel very nice at all, but now it feels alright. Obviously it needs a bit of TLC, but got me mirrors now. I don't want to move from here, because in case he says it's going there, or it's going there, or it's going there, I don't know. But they have 24-hour security, which is great, and yeah, perfect, just what we want, and it's a reasonable price as well. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Well, there you go. She is parked up into storage. Bye, girl. See you in a few weeks. Look at that old girl, hey? Yeah, so there you go. You can tell this side I haven't washed it. Ew. Anyway, speak to you in a bit. Oh, so I'm down the shop with my boy. Yeah, no Lisa, no Bill. They've gone to Brighton to do this thing. It's so behind. It is 1:30, and I haven't even started anything because we took the caravan. We've had the phone system looked at, which is now done, sorted out for now anyway. But Lisa's had to take my car because her car was not very happy. The fans are stuck on for some reason. The fans aren't coming on, so it's a bit annoying. Yeah, so I gave them a bang and they came back on, but obviously I can't risk her going in traffic if the car's going to overheat, so I've just had to give her my car to take. So she's taken the Jaguar. She doesn't like driving the Jaguar. Well, she hasn't really driven it. She's driven it a couple of times. Anyway, so I must get on. We've got this sign to do. I've got loads to do. Onwards. So, technical problem. Just gonna let the dog out for a wee, and So improvisation. Oh yes. Shoelaces. Shoelaces. How's that, boy? Is that alright? Yeah. If in doubt, use a shoelace. Ooh, first piece, is it dark in here today or what? First piece is printing for that massive, huge sign. Yes, it is away. Oh yes, let's just straighten this car up a bit. It's a little bit far out, I think. It's not quite sitting where it was. It's because this phone system here had to have something done to it. I don't know. Anyway, so I've got all the vinyls for. So that's for our sign. That's what I'm covering it because you can see it goes with that one there. So that'll be wrapped over the whole lot. And then I've just got to check, but I think this big sign, I think I've got to wrap it. I've got to wrap it first in this light grey. But I'm going to check because their original signs, most of their signs are all white. But on the artwork it looks like a kind of grey, but if you can see the difference, it's very subtle. So I'm just going to check that, just to be on the safe side. I don't want to wrap it to find that I didn't have to. You know what I mean? Don't really be doing that. Especially on this thing, look at it. It's not like the easiest thing in the world to wrap. Wiki. Obviously I've got to wrap my one. That one there. Which I might do while I'm waiting for that car. I'm going to wrap that front, that piece, because I've got the one outside I'm going to take down and reuse, because it seems pointless buying a whole new length. I may as well just use that one out there and then just have this little piece here, put them together, job done. That's the theory anyway. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this, but oh my god, it's literally like doing my head in. You hear that? You hear that? It literally is, you can feel the ground going. Yeah. Anyway, might shoot some time lapses, don't know, but I'll speak to you in a little bit. Bye. Whoa! So, I am back in my car. Yes! So, I've been and picked Jensen up. I've now come home, dropped. Actually, let's get this right. I actually went to the garage and had a look at the car. Think we've sussed it. Don't know yet. Possibly. We'll keep an eye on it. Anyway, so I'm now swapping back over because I'm home and now I'm going back to the shop to finish these signs. To carry on with them anyway. So look how weird it is. Look how weird my bungalow looks without my caravan there. It looks huge again. Looks like I've got a massive driveway again. Let me come back a bit. Look. Well, this room again. How cool is that? Anyway, so I am off to the shop now, so I shall speak to you in a little while. Bye for now. Right, so, get there. One bit of news, I haven't got to cover that sign with a grey background. I didn't think I had to, but just in case, I thought I'd just double check the custom. So let's just show you what I've done. So all of this is all ready to be put on. That's all ready. I've got one more piece to print out, but I'm going to weed this. Now this is the other piece to this car. Okay, see that? So basically, this car here, it's got two layers. So it's got a black background, and then the white is going to go over it. Boom. So what I've got to do is, I've already got this bit printed out. I've got to print out, sorry, I've got to weed out this white bit so that it goes over the car outline, and then it gets this image there, and then it'll then be put onto the sign. That's the theory anyway. So yeah, so I'm set up a time lapse. I am going to shoot a time lapse and put it in probably 3, 2, 1. Okay, so focus. Come on, it's been a bit slow there. Okay, to give you some idea of how big this sign actually is, move back a bit. Now I've put it on the desk, you can kind of get a feel for it. Let me go up here. Oh, right, ready? Yes, as you can imagine, it's almost like a half of this bit of the unit. Is massive. But the last one I had to do this this size was on the green room, and that is a hairdresser's, but it was 2 boards. It was kind of a little bit more tricky because it was 2 boards, I had to piece them together, and because the joins and making sure the letters lined up, I had to make sure it was all dead level, and because it was this sort of length, 2 boards next to each other, that was quite hard work. But still did it. Oh, there we go. Oh, I see that as skills. Anyway, speak to you in a minute. So, just to show you actually how far I've got. Don't look like I've actually got very far, however I have. So this is how it's kind of just, obviously I've laid this out, so that the car's going to go there, this bit's going to go there, that's going to go there, that's going to go there. The board's all prepped, you can see how shiny it is. It's all prepped and ready to go. That's the background that's got to go on for that white bit. However, it's got to go the yellow piece going across here. Now obviously the yellow piece is too big to go through a cutter, so I've got to manually cut it. So I've cut this down to the right length. So what I've got to do now is cut the width down. So share. So I've cut the length. I'm going to pick a bit. I've cut the length this way. So now I'm going to measure it and cut this way. Now obviously I've got to create this line. So there's going to be, if you like, an imaginary line going like this, going down. However, what I must remember, and anybody that's actually doing any cutting like this has got to remember, is I'm cutting from the back. So it's actually the opposite. So for instance, if I turned it over, then the cut would actually, the way it's going to be on the board, it's going to be the other way up. So if I cut it from this corner down and go, lovely, there's my angle there, then I turned it over, it's actually going to be one upside down when it goes onto the board, and it'll be round the wrong way. So that's the corner, that corner there is the corner that's got to be cut. If that makes any sense. So if I cut it on the back and I cut it here, this piece will be no good, because obviously it's going to be, if you flip it over, it's going to go that way, it'll be facing the wrong way. If I cut it this way, then flip that piece over, and it should be the right way. Something like that. If that made any sense whatsoever. But it is something to be aware of if you're ever cutting something and you think, I'm going to cut it from the back rather than the front. If it's easier and you feel like, oh, well, I cut it the right way around, turn it over, cut it from the front. But with this, because it's got lines over it, and it's got paper backing, means it's easier to draw on, mark, write things down. So I'll probably do it from this way. So what I might do is flip it over, check which side I've got to cut it, make a little incision at one side so I know, and one side up there and one side up there so I know which end is which. Then when I flip it over I know what angle I've got to cut. That's the theory anyway. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I am making a coffee because it's out for ages. Anyway, so this will explain what I was just on about a minute ago. So this is the cut, okay? So here we go. So obviously, let's go here. So obviously, originally I cut it down this way to get the length of it, and then I cut it down this way. Now, what I was saying about the cutting it the right direction because of flipping it over, because obviously it's actually going to be yellow, so it's going to go like that, and it's going on that side of the sign. So your brain says, oh, you should cut it like that because that's the shape of the bit that's going to go on the sign when you're looking at the sign. But actually it's not. So if you cut it down that way, you're going around the wrong way. So you cut from this side so that when it turns over, it's then the right way around. So I hope that helped anybody that's ever got to cut something that's like that. Always remember, if you're cutting from behind, you've got to do is reverse basically. So just stop, have a think about it, have a measure, look at what you're doing, and it's better to measure a little bit more extra and have too much than to have too little. Self-explanatory really. You must cut more off, not add it. You could in this case, but it wouldn't look very good. Anyway, so now I've just got to go and then put it over here. Stick it down behind there, so then it will look like that. That's the theory anyway. That is the theory. Who knows? We shall see. Anyway, I'm going to have a drink first because I've been non-stop. Switch to that. Well, I'm getting there with this sign. It's nearly 11 o'clock. It is nearly there. But trying to work out where this car goes is a bit of a fine art, if you like. Reason being, obviously, it's got curves. It curves round. It curves round. So trying to eye it up so it's in the right place, because obviously there's no real measurements on it, so kind of just got to go with my gut instinct and the computer, where I've got it laid out on the computer, and take some reference points. I'm quite happy with it there, because when you look down the board it looks like it's going at the right place, and obviously I've lined the line of the yellow that goes down like this, I've lined up with a particular point, and so I just don't want to have to redo it because I won't know until I put the white on if it's straight or not. Because obviously you don't want it going too much or not less. Obviously there's a little bit of leeway either way, but fingers crossed this is it. Whoa, yes, it is done. It's finished. Completo, done, finito, finished. Right, let me climb up here. Accident waiting to happen. Here we go. I'm sweating because I've just been cleaning it. Right. So there we go, there's the car, it's all clean. How's about that? So once that's up on the building, it should look really good. I believe the building is going to be, he's painted the outside of the building like a light grey, I think. So that should go really nicely. So obviously that's the car. Yeah, done. So what I like to do, 1 second. Oh, that hurt my knees. So what I like to do is, when I've finished a job, so I've done all this, I've put all the signs on, everything like that, is I run a heat gun over it to make sure there's no excess water or anything like that, or anything that hasn't stuck down properly, like around the edges. I like to make sure all the edges are nice and stuck down properly, they're not going to peel. And then what I like to do then after that is I then take some isopropyl alcohol, it's a bit of a mouthful, but and basically I then spray that down. And it's basically, because it's alcohol, it's a bit like petrol and it evaporates pretty quickly. So what I do is I then go over the whole of the sign, whatever I'm doing like that, go over the whole thing, which then, because it evaporates pretty quickly, I spray it, wipe it down, and that pulls out any grease, contaminants, also pulls out any more moisture. It tries to pull out any moisture that could be left, especially when you're in working environments. And then finally, once I've done all that, I then give it a polish and I buff it all up and give it like a layer of, basically do it like your household polish sort of thing. So then it just puts a nice clean layer over the top. It's only a temporary measure, but it'll last for a little while. Gives it a bit more of a shine when you first get it. It's like pop, even though it's glossed vinyl, so it's going to shine anyway, but it just gives it a little bit more protection, especially when you're going to be moving it around and getting your fingers all over it and that. So yeah. So yes, there's the logo. So you can see it's a spanner, and obviously if you look here, it's not completely square because it has to be offset for the spanner to work. So trying to line that up was a little bit, not tricky, but just getting it looking right and getting it measured right as well. So this is all okay. I've replaced the P, so that's now done. All the address and that is there. That's all okay, and the car looks amazing. Really happy with that now. As you can see, it looks just perfect. Obviously white on the white there, it's not going to show up there, but that's because, well, it's white. But you know, you can see it perfectly, and it goes on the yellow. And then if we go down here and then we look down the sign, it's a good way when you're looking down something to see how straight everything is. So if I go like that, so you can see it's all nice and straight. That's nice and straight. That's nice and straight. And then if you look at the car, see it's nice and square to the sign. Again, look down that way. Perfect. So there we go. That is it. That is done. So I'm going to end the vlog here because it is 20 to 1 in the morning. So I'm going to end the vlog here. Hope you liked today's video. Like to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I shall see you tomorrow, which is already today. Bye.